Stop streaming. Are we ready? Three, two, one. Live.
Are we live?
We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Right. Thank you for joining us. It's good to be back in here. It's been a while. Been looking for the right moment to get back in the studio, and Jordan Watson has provided us with that moment.
I'll do.
He's
glad
back.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, everyone's a lot of excited people out there. We're going to get onto that in a minute. Obviously, people have been asking me when's the podcast coming out. I've got a life outside of the podcast. I've been training for that Pongsery fight and won championship, which obviously felt a bit. So that were like 3 months of my life set on that. Then I went. Me and Andy were in Dubai, in America, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss dealing, wheeling dealing. Obviously, we couldn't be doing it abroad, so I've been waiting for the right opportunity when I got back in the country, and you have provided with us, Mr. Watson. He's back. Before we get into that, or what you've been doing for the last 3 years outside of the ring, and what the build-up to this fight is going to be, it's that time, mate.
Time of shame.
Now, I didn't realise how much I actually missed this, because obviously I went away to Dubai in America for nearly 6 weeks, and I forgot to take it with me. And by the end of it, in America, I was just eating shit constantly and getting hairy. I was like, imagine if Rick Waller mated with a Yeti. I was like the love child that came out, mate. And you can get away with being fat or hairy, but you can't be fat and hairy. So I was like, the time went on in America, and I was just having like 8 bowls of Cheerios for breakfast every day and shit, and Lucky Charms.
When in Rome.
And burgers and all that.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I just looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, oh my God, what have you done to yourself here? So when I got back home, I thought, right, I'm going to get no action here. I thought, right, I can't be fat and hairy. Kate's going to fucking give me no action whatsoever. So she went out to the shop. I ran upstairs. Boom. Torch on the lot. Got in all the nooks and crannies. Sorted me sent out. Jumped out the shower. Put my best PJs on. Looking all smooth. Walked in the bedroom like Bruce Almighty. Pow. And then she was like, why, you've been walking around America all shaved and shit like that. So it backfired totally in my face. I was like, listen, I've just done that now. She went, I've only been in shop 5 minutes. Like, you ain't just done that now. But it didn't. That backfired. But you need this when either you're traveling or you're not. Full body. You see some of the other products on there. If you're new to the podcast, basically Manscaped sponsors us. This is the #1 in male grooming, specifically below the belt, etc. Follow their page on Instagram, Manscaped. They've got a lot of very good male grooming products going on. Use code Kickin for 20% off all their products. It is a good bit of kit. Right, let's get down to it and do this little beauty. Jordan, there's a lot of very excited people about the comeback. You've been a while out the ring, 3 years nearly.
Oh yeah, just over about two and a half years, I think.
What has brought you back to the ring? Obviously, you haven't just stopped dead. You've still been in the ring, like working with the other fighters in the gym and stuff, haven't you? So what has
I've been doing bits and bats, you know. I've been doing on some crazy runs and that. Like we talked about it before, didn't we?
Well, on the last podcast, you did a marathon for fun, didn't you? Just out of the blue.
Yeah. I need to get a life dog. That's boring. Isn't it? Do you know what today? I'm just gonna like run really far. And that's about it, really. Yeah. But yeah, do you know what? Like, I enjoy running. I enjoy training, but sometimes like it's like I will live in this. I was doing like fight camps, you know. Like I'd have like 4 or 5 weeks just training like hard on my own, running in fields and shit and fucking, and I get to the end of it and I just get fat and eat loads of pizzas. You know what I mean? Because
well, like that is pretty much what you do in a fight camp.
The cycle, the process. I kept following it, and I think it like it's a natural thing to do, but I didn't feel like I was achieving anything, you know. And I thought like I rented a rower. Oh no, sorry, I borrowed a rower, and I had like 2 days in a row. I'm like, I'm gonna go for the rowing world championships. But then like novelty kept wearing off, you know, like, and I was like running, I did the 3 peaks and I did a marathon and it felt good, but it just didn't feel, do you know what? There's nothing better or nothing more terrifying than when you've got like a man in front of you and you're fighting someone equal. Like
exactly. You've trained for him. Yeah. He's trained for you. Yeah.
It's the ultimate game of chess, isn't it? Yeah. But like when I'm running, I'm just running on my own and it's nice and like, you know, but eventually like, I don't think it's scary enough. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, once a fighter, always a fighter. Like you just said then, there's nothing out there that I don't think he's going to be able to rev your engine like you just said then. Like the bit before the ring walk and all that. And then when you walk into the ring and then when all the fear just goes. And there's nothing that does that to you. The adrenaline high and the bump and the lows. There's not that does that to you. Like you say, running on your own and that, it just can't. It's an itch that can't be scratched.
Yeah, I was I'd be running crazy, and then I'd look around, I'd be stood in a field, lost in Middleton somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You're just lost in a field. You know what I mean? Come on, mate, get your act together. So I didn't really. You know what it is? I need to push me sometimes, like. And like, cause I just overthink things, and I was like, yeah, I'll fight. You know what I mean? I'll fight eventually when I'm feeling right. I'll train for a bit. I get a Reggie's injuries, and then I basically got a message off Brian Caldy. He went, "Oh, great, mate, you're on the show." I'm like, "What you on about?" He went, "Richard said you're fighting." I went, "Sound, yeah, sound beauty, yeah." So Richard like. Give me that little push in the direction. I think he must have known that I needed something because I'd just sit around smoking a lot of weed and eating pizzas otherwise. You know what I mean? He's probably seen the state of me, just walking to the gym, hairy, flip-flops on and shit all the time. You know what I mean? Like a vagabond.
Well, like you said, then you were back on Brian's Yokkao show. Samuel Duncher, the opponent. This is what we do at Bad Company. We don't fuck around. You aren't jumping in like after 3 years out. You're not just jumping in with a mug.
No,
we don't do that at Bad Company. This is a solid opponent. 70 fights, 55 wins, world champion, WPMF world champion.
Yeah.
Fought a lot of good ties himself. Obviously, you fought all the best. He's fought a lot of top level ties himself and stuff. So you're not just like easing your way back in. It's a stern, solid test. He's a little bit bigger than you, a little bit heavier weight. Are you looking forward to the challenge? Because I think it's gonna be a fucking great fight.
Yes, and you know what? Even though I've been off, I've been getting better. Do you know what I mean? Even though I've been resting and I've been running and I haven't been doing much Thai boxing, once a fight, you're always a fight. You're always thinking anything that you can, anything translates. I mean, I've been playing my guitar, and for some reason that we're translating into the rhythm of fighting and stuff and timing and whatever. So I'm always thinking and I'm always trying to improve, even if I'm not actually Thai boxing or fighting myself.
You've been coaching a little bit more than usual as well. Do you think that's helped bring you on as a self as a fighter as well?
100%, yeah. Because you know what it is when people ask you to explain a move and you don't, you know, like you just can naturally do things.
Yeah.
But once you like they say, oh, can you explain that like little side tip you did there? And you're like,
damn. Pressure.
yeah. You just kick people, don't you? Yeah. But it's nice to be able to break down a move and then learn it and perfect it, and then. I've been working a lot. You've been like today on pads. Like you've been taking me. You've been working on my footwork a bit more because I go forward quite a bit, and I can, you know what I mean. Balance is very important, and when I've been off for a little bit, I've been a bit gun ho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you're reining me in again, mate. I'm feeling nice, mate.
I do that a lot. If I have a bit of time off, I just want to fucking 100 miles an hour. And then I just end up falling all over the place. And like, especially if you're sparring someone like Badger, and like, you start falling around, he just punches your lights out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, for like your main weapons and that, I feel like you say balance is key. But like I said this the other day when someone asked me something. I've watched you level up in the space of 2 weeks, and it's pretty terrifying, really, because of like you said at the start, your balance were a bit off and stuff. 2 weeks in, I think you've gone like from there to like you are now. What I would consider for most top level guys ready to fight, but obviously you've got another 4 or 5 gears to hit over the next 6 weeks.
I know where I am myself, and I know that I'm making good progress, and it's come back quicker than I expected. To be fair, at first, like the first week, you know, it was like a rocky montage. Yeah. One day I woke up like fucking down legs and shit. You know what I mean? I'm going running and out a lot with chickens and whatever else, and then. Tuesday, or like, it's a young man's game. This Thai boxing thing. Wednesday, more fucked. Thursday, and then I thought, then my mental strength started coming in. Then and I thought, remember, it's not going to be plain sailing. And I'm enjoying that, you know what I mean? I enjoy feeling tired and feeling like shit, and then like being depressed and like hungry.
They're emotions that you don't realise that you miss until they go away from you. Like, obviously with the lockdown and the COVID and shit, I was like, I want to be starving. I want to be miserable. I don't want to be sat here eating this fucking Chinese. I want to
too easy.
I want to be making weight. But like you say, how have you found it? Obviously, you've stayed ticking over. Like you could, obviously, I was training to fight. You were inspiring me a lot, weren't you? When we had Alamos and other people and McGowan and stuff, you were always getting joined in with the sparring and stuff like that. And you were always on a level. You never like let it just go down and you didn't do anything. How have you found it going just from being on a level though into the fight camp? Were it a shock to the system, like you said at first, or have you like?
First week, definitely. First week was shock to the system. When I got to Thursday, and I thought, fucking hell, I need a day off, mate. I'm absolutely fucking shagged. But as soon as the first week got out of the way, it's like, when you first like go back to the gym and it's always just getting there. The hardest bit is just getting that first session out of the way. And all of a sudden, these like you start getting these brain waves,
endorphins rushing through your body,
and now you feel like, I fucking love this shit. I've been having like great sparring session with you and Jacob. Fucking hell, Jacob Smith, he's a strong cunt, isn't he?
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, shout out to Jacob Smith. Fuck
Fucking
me.
hell, fair play.
Talking about levelling up, that kid has levelled up.
Yeah, mate. Do you know? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's fighting on obviously on the same show as you. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who he's fighting, but he's fighting. I think everyone knows. Fuck it, I'm saying it. He's fighting Tam McCourt from Scotland. Sick fight.
Yep.
#1 spot. Jacob, honestly, I've never seen someone improve as much as he has just improved over the last 4 or 5 months since he started training for that Rod Tang fight, and he started coming to us 3-4 times a week. And he nearly sparked me the other day, a little bastard.
Yeah, mate. He keeps body shotting me, and I can't block it either. He's body shot me, and it ripped my felt like it ripped my ab off the inside of my rib.
He punched me on the chin the other day. And I went, oh fuck. He's really heavy-handed because he's so strong physically. And he's now, like, with his sparring with us, he's sharpening up. And his boxing training with John, obviously, he's sharpening his hands up. He's sparring with us all the time. He's training with Richard. He's on pads with Andy. And he's just levelled up big time.
Do you think that's because he knows he's mentally fighting the best in the world? And because Rod Tang is the biggest fighter in the world, really, isn't it? Yeah. And do you think, like, just even the fact that he was going to fight him, it just brought him on so much?
I think so. And just like having a proper team around him. We were on the podcast before and we were talking around about not really having a proper team around him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had some of his mates pad working him. He runs the gym himself and stuff. But you know, I think that when you mentally level up like that and he's thinking, I've got a proper team around me now. I've got Badger, Andy, Jordan, Richard, Liam, Andy, etc., Craven. I think that is just when you mentally level up, and I think he has got incredible self-belief anyway. I think that's been taken to another level, which is just taking his skills to another level, I think, because that's your most powerful weapon, I believe. 100%. And he's already mentally very strong, and to take that to another level, I'm looking forward to watching him fight and watching all these new skills coming to.
I feel like same. I feel like I've improved mentally from 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago. You know, I won a bit of a downer when because I was fighting. I come off 3 losses, K1s. Fuck K1.
Yeah. But let's just put that out there though. Your 3 losses were K1, and you kept getting offered K1 fights all the time, and you had some good wins in K1. But your style it's suited for Muay Thai. And that's what you've done most.
I like to play the game, and I enjoy the game of Thai boxing. K1, I love the sport, but fuck you, K1.
But K1, there's not much skill. You just got to be fucking rock hard and really fit. And like you said, Thai boxing, you said it earlier, it's like the master game of chess. There's scoring, there's elbows, there's clinch work,
it's very pretty,
sneaky moves, and even like sometimes you'll be fighting someone, and you both might be having this understanding about, I'm going to out-sneak you with some sneaky shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I love that.
Stuff like that, it gets you mentally stimulated. K1, you just got to put your hands up and fucking swing for rafters. That's about it. But
there's no
your style, massive kicker, good clincher, good elbows. I think Muay Thai does suit you down to the ground.
Yeah, I love it. It's best sport in the world.
Yeah, 100%. Going back, obviously, I think now there's going to be a lot of fighters in the 70 kilo division now who'll be thinking, oh, fuck, he's back. There'll be some others who'll be thinking, oh, he's back. Might get shot at him. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you were the top dog for many years at 70 kilos. There's some good fighters come through at 70 kilos now. There's like Liam Nolan, 70. Liam McGrandles, who are hovering around 69. You can fight from 69 to 72, really, couldn't you? What do you think to these guys? There's some good ones coming through. You know, we sparred with Liam McGrandles at our gym. I loved sparring with him.
Yeah,
very defensively good. Yeah, very good fighter.
He blocked everything, and he's a tricky southpaw as well. And you know
what? He's not naturally not even southpaw. He's orthodox, but he just changed one time and realised he was better at southpaw.
Fucked me up in southpaw.
He just blocks everything. He's
very good, very hungry. I've been watching him like on his videos and stuff on his Instagram. He's looking sharp. He's been to Thailand as well.
Yeah,
but he's a good UK fighter, and I feel like he's gonna go really far. Keeps it up.
And obviously the other one around your weight, Liam Nolan, he's jumping in with Youssef for the WBC world title.
Yeah.
I believe next month. I could be wrong. Schooler, can you just check that? It'll be on Liam's Instagram. I believe it's around 24th of July. But I would fucking love him to win that fight. It's a massive ask. Youssef's fucking been the top dog at that weight for a very, very long time. But I love Liam. He's a fucking lovely guy. His style's very good as well. Again, another tricky southpaw. Have you seen much of Liam's fights?
Yeah, watch him. He's got beautiful kicks, really good range. He's very flexible, and like they're all, to be fair, Nosy Academy, they're smashing it at the moment, aren't they?
Big time, mate. Him and Haggerty, and then there's got a few others like up and comers. And obviously, his brother's fighting Mateus from our gym, Lyndon Knowles versus Mateus for the WBC world title. Again, I think that's next month as well at some point. That's going to be a good fight. But yeah, they are smashing it. They're a very, very good gym at the minute, a Knowles' gym.
But it's when you get good fighters to bring you on. Like, remember when you came to our gym and you're like, you level each other up, don't you? Of
course,
when a good guy comes with enthusiasm and it just fucking. Like,
yeah, that's why I loved that sparring day we had with Damien Alamos not long back. I think it levelled us all up because we were all excited for that for ages.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Damien Alamos is coming. We were all better fucking all fasting all week.
I know. I did 5-day fast. Yeah. I was still too slow.
Yeah. But like stuff like that, it levels you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to jump in, Liam Nolan's fighting July 17th in Brussels.
Oh yeah, that's against Yusuf. Yeah. So again, going in against the Wolves, that's where you got to fucking love that shit. Into Yusuf's hometown.
Yeah.
Yusuf's title. That's fucking. He's only a young lad.
For a title as well.
Yeah. That's good shit. Obviously, like I say, going into these fights, would you reckon? Where do you see yourself going? This fight comeback. It's not going to be just one, is it? Is this going to? Yeah. Have you got goals set out now?
Yeah, I just want to get my momentum on. I want this fight. I want to put a few things in place. I want to show people that I'm still good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had not free shit fights, but just free fights that you know what I mean. I didn't win, and then I've been injured, and I just like to. I've got no injuries this time. I've got nothing to worry me. So this is just. I've got 7 or 8 weeks of just focus on the fight, and I just want to train hard, diet good, and fight fucking good. And then after this fight, that's where I'm going. I'm not planning ahead yet. Sure that like even when you're getting older, you get better, mate.
100%. I believe that. Like everyone's been saying to me recently, I read something the other day saying, leave it to young'uns. I'm thinking, fuck you, leave it to young'uns. I still whoop most of these young'uns' ass all over the place.
They think they invented sex.
Yeah. But yeah, like you just said then, like you're 33 now. I think you're stronger, you're fitter than you ever were in your 20s.
Yeah.
By a mile, I think. I feel when I'm fight training, for that last fight camp I did, even though I didn't get to show it, I felt the best I've felt in years.
Yeah,
and I'm 35. Do you know what I mean?
Every time I see you level up.
Yeah, and you're doing the same now. I think I was watching the other day, like how your fitness levels are and stuff, and now your strength, and you're putting different stuff in. You're doing fitness with Fox and balance, and you've got Nat. We're doing your strength with you.
Yep.
Doing your boxing with John as well as your work with Richard, me, and all of us in Bad Company. You've leveling up big time. How do you feel like all these new factors are going to help with your performance? Do you think they're going to take you to a new level, and you're going to like obviously just
100%. Like I'm just working on like you said, I'm working on stuff like balance and all that because like they're actual weapons, balance, flexibility. You know, they're things that a fighter should have his arsenal. And if he don't, you know what I mean, he's not going to be an accomplished fighter. So I'm working on all these new things, and I'm working on. And obviously I'm working my game as well, like what I usually play. But I'm getting confident with more confident when I'm working with John. Feeling stronger, feeling fitter, but yeah, you know what? Things are going well, and I'm enjoying training, and I've got the love for it. You know, it never goes away. But you know, apart from when you're sat in that sauna, you know, that's the only bit I don't like.
Yeah,
you know?
Or when you're driving at weigh-in and you just fucking
you're spitting in a cup. Oh, window and that.
Fucking hell. Going back, obviously you've had nearly 80, 90 fights. So how many fights you've had?
I can remember about 3, but I think about do you know what? I think I've only had about 70.
Have you? You've had a lot anyway.
Yeah,
a good high, well, at the best level there is to be at 70 kilos. You're coming back into this fight now on Yokkao. You have had some good fights on Yokkao. You've had the crazy fights with Sandy Dalbeck.
Yeah.
You've had the big win over Pistelio, Sogro.
Yeah.
What do you know about your opponent on this? Do you know much about him? Have you looked into him? Or obviously he's fought a lot of good size himself. Yeah. He's a little bit taller than you, slightly heavyweight. Do you know much about him, or what you might have to look for, or what your game will be, or do you not want to give too much away?
He's do you know what it is? When I was younger, I was a bit naive, and I was like, you can't really make plans. You know what I mean? You can't watch a fighter and that lot. I just thought I'd just go in and fight. You know what I mean? But this time, as I'm maturing and I'm trying to put in a game plan. I know that this guy is tall, he's rangy, but he's quite a stylish technician, quite strong. Yeah. Kicker, Muay Thai style, which plays into my hands. Yep. He's tall. So I don't want to give too much away. But he's got exposed body parts that I'm going to try and work. But I'm working a lot of strength and conditioning, just trying to keep, being able to keep people at bay. If he gets me on the back foot, then obviously I'm going to be in a weaker position. So I'm just working on my strength, and I'm working on just working like your stuff you've been doing with Nat.
and with Steve Campbell as well, like your balance with Steve and stuff like that will complement nicely, like with strength work and stuff. How big obviously in our 20s, we hardly did any of this shit.
No.
How big?
We spent running as Converse, didn't we?
Yeah. How fast can we do 10K? That we're ready to fight. Fuck it. I told you about. Sorry, just going back to something. The sport doctor, didn't we? Martin Spate. How fast he did 10K in?
How fast?
29 minutes and 50 seconds.
He's about 5'5", isn't he?
Sorry, just going back what we're in Jordan on about here.
Yeah.
Our sport doctor we go to sometimes if we get any injuries, was
the hideous hand doctor, innit?
Yeah. I just had Andy up there, with me. I had a field day on Andy, mate. Yeah, Andy, on both his knees and fucking his shoulder and everything.
Oh, really?
But yeah, he's our sport doctor who we're on about here, and he ran 10K. I couldn't believe it because this is like elite level running this 10K in 29 minutes and 50 seconds. And I couldn't believe it. I was like devastated because I get like excited if I run a 5K in like 18 minutes when I'm in fight camp or something. And I think,
How long did he do 3 peaks in?
He ran the 3 peaks in 3 hours and 4 minutes, and he was fuming with himself because he couldn't get under 3 hours. He tried it 3 times, he said. 3 times, and he ran it in 3 hours 4, 3 hours 5, and 3 hours 8 or something.
That's
and he said, I can't get under 3 hours.
Can we request some proof of that, please?
You don't believe it, mate. He's a little mate. He's a crazy. Honestly, he's like 60 now, and he's. We literally, like you said, we ran, and if we could run and hit pads and spar and clinch, we're ready to fight. But obviously, as you get older, you need to bring it in for injury maintenance and stuff like that. That's why fucking poor old Howson's fell to pieces. Because obviously all he does is hold pads all day now, and he hasn't really got time to fit all in. But how important do you think this is going to your game? I think I've seen massive differences over the last few years in my strength, my explosiveness and stuff like that.
Yep. As an example, you can just look at a lot of the Thais because they never ever. It's all pure cardio, weren't they before? But now you see them all in one, they're all jacked. Yeah. They've all got good power, knockout power. Before they were like, I know.
Which is terrifying now.
Yeah, I know.
You see them all at like the Fairtex, like Samapet, you see him doing S&C all the time.
Yeah.
You see Nongo doing them all the time and stuff like that. And so for when you get like little tides like that, would like technically fucking amazing, and they can just blow your head off at any time as well.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. But it does this strength and conditioning. It gives you that good fast switch power for clinching and like throwing them hard shots and stuff. And also it gives you like other stuff to work when you're injured. Yeah, gives you stuff to work around, doesn't it?
100%.
Like I know, like if you've got more tools in your arsenal, you can maintain better. But I think it paid off a lot. And
well, I've seen like just going back to that, I've seen like Michael Savas's body change because I know when he went back to Cyprus, he started smashing the S&C, and because he messaged me about it before saying, should I be doing this? I'm like, yeah, definitely, mate. I said, I know you're only young, but I said, definitely get on it. I said, I wish I knew about it when I were in my early 20s and stuff, because like we said, we didn't start doing it till late 20s really, did we?
Yeah.
Maybe even early 30s. But like, I've watched him since he's been over there. He's got Ajahn Watt with him, and he's doing S&C, and he's doing all his training. I looked at his body type the other day. I'm like, fucking hell, he's jacked now. Like, you can tell
he's already strong in it. So
yeah, exactly. So when like obviously there's young fighters who are like bringing it into their game now, it's gonna make a fucking huge difference.
Yeah. Especially like this.
Strongest clincher in gym.
Yeah,
I don't even want to clinch with him, and he's like 55 kilos. So mate, he's awful, isn't he?
I have to go really hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't even take no mercy.
He likes it. He likes it.
I go, no, you're only 16, but I'm going to try and beat you up as much possible because you keep, mate. Catch me with some mad stuff. I call him the Viper because he hits me with like 8 jabs in a row.
You know what? When you said the Viper, then I started thinking of Hardy Bucks. What a show. Another thing I want to ask you about is, because I get asked a lot about this, so as we're getting older, nutrition, this is again another massive part into it. How have you found? You can't have, obviously you've done like a lot of you did a 5-day fast and stuff like not long back, didn't you, and stuff like that. So you've been bouncing in and out of diets for a little bit and stuff. But obviously, how have you found like the transition of like eating pretty much what you wanted, and then obviously going on to a strict diet? You've got a bit of weight to lose, not too much now, but obviously your weight were up when you started. Yeah. How was that? Again, did you find that easy just to get back into routine because you've not done it for a while, had you?
Initially, yes. Like the first like 3 or 4 days, like I would, you got your head game, but it's when I feel like if I overtrain, if I need to be doing something because the devil makes work for idle hands, and if the domino menus are like, I'm just reading it and stuff, you know. But as long as I maintain a good level of training and I don't have too many days off, I don't really, because I sit and think about food. It's like it just haunts me.
Yeah,
you know, like
I know exactly what
I'm
you're
going
saying.
past bread in Morrison's and I'm just sniffing it and stuff. You know, like, and it's just a little smell down the bread.
The bread sniffers back in aisle 7. Cost scary.
Perving on bloody on Baps and that. The diet's going all right. And you know what? Yeah, do you know what? Because a lot of times, like, I would diet in between. I would yo-yoing because I'd have I'd just train hard. And then I don't really know what to like. What do I want to look good? Yeah. Do I have a 6-pack for Instagram? You know
I can't ever do that.
I know,
mate. Honestly,
I'm gonna get 6-pack and post it up one day. And they're like, nah, I don't care.
Well, what happened after my fight? We got cancelled with puncture. I looked at myself. I'm like, oh, you're in great shape here. You're going to Dubai soon. Keep that shape. You're gonna be red hot in Dubai.
Yeah.
Want to look decent if you're going to pool in the gym, mate. No fight, no abs. It's as simple as that. No fight, no fucking abs. It's as simple as that. I was sat there and I'd be eating shit and I'm thinking, right, stop eating this, and thinking, back in my brain's going, no fight.
Yeah.
Eat it. And then like I thought, shit, got to Dubai. Shit all day, every day.
You're on holiday.
And it doesn't help when you're with fucking house and you just eat. Honestly, it's just like masters of burgers and
Eat
fucking
niblets.
Oh mate, nah, I'm the niblets.
Cheesy niblets, yeah.
But yeah, nutrition is massively important as you get older, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like obviously, again, I never used to realise this. Through our 20s, we used to just eat shit and still we go to fucking McDonald's and then we'd train and we'd still be able to do like.
We used to weigh in and go to McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Got fights.
When we used to fight at town hall, we'd
And
weigh
shit
in.
my pants on fighting that Dutch kid.
Yeah, we literally did do that one time. Me and Jordan were in Thailand and we fucking weighed in at Rajadam Nerm and we fucking went and waited outside McDonald's till it were open. We were only about 19, or Jordan about 17, now we're 19, so don't judge us. We knew nothing.
Yep.
We literally did
Did we
that.
win?
Yeah.
Still won?
Probably. But like you say,
Maybe it's all mental though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's mental. Maybe nutrition.
Not now, mate.
Nah,
If I eat McDonald's now, mate, I'm fucked for 3 days.
Yeah,
It's like
true.
an hangover.
Yeah.
I was saying to you earlier, didn't I? Because I've been on like a pescatarian diet Monday to Friday.
How's that going?
It's all going all right. I get meat cravings though because like I've been. Saturday, sorry. And I thought, right, I'll have the weekends off. So I went and did the seminar, and then I were on the motorway back. And that toilet got it.
Do you think it's?
Yeah, honestly, mate, it was scandalous. Someone just going back to doing that, it felt like I had a fucking hangover when I woke up on Sunday. It was fucking horrendous. It was bad.
I do it myself. Some a bit shit. The next couple of days, my training's just a little bit off.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
You're looking for it, you're thinking, hey, have I done this to myself?
Yeah.
Is this what's done it? And I'm telling you now, when you get older, like over 30, I know a lot of these young fighters now be thinking, what the fuck are they on about? Trust me, you get over 30, things change. And I didn't want to accept it, but you can't do what you can do when you're in your 20s anymore. Your metabolism's not burning the same. You fucking have to diet your ass off to get your weight down and stuff. But you can still like eat a lot. It's just got to be healthy stuff on it.
Yeah, but like, I get it. If I eat like loads of sugar, my knees get hot. You know, like I can just
Well,
feel
you're inflamed, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
like-
inflamed to shit. But you know, like when you're younger, you're impervious. Like,
Booked herself up. Let's start eating healthy. And we're going, start tomorrow. And then straight off to fucking, what's that, In-N-Out Burger or whatever it's called.
mate.
In-N-Out Burger.
Mate, yeah, I went there.
Serious
Jesus
place.
Christ on a bike.
Very, very serious place,
Very
that.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
Right. We've had a lot of fucking questions come in, and there's quite a few ones here, so we're going to be...
A dream,
Yeah.
you know. It's like a new sport, isn't it?
It- honestly, it's totally- yeah,
and
it's like
it's
a-
evolving the Thai boxing. I'm like, oh, it's beauty, mate.
Well, I always
Love it.
said that I don't want to fight in them little gloves. My hands are fucked, and I had one go in it. And I thought, wow, that was a different fucking...
yeah.
It was. I couldn't fight. I would usually fight. I had to change everything up. It was like, wow, that isn't... You were like what you said then. It's a different sport altogether, really.
Like I watched that Rodlek fight, you and Rodlek sometimes, just like when I'm on my own, you know. And like that fight, like just embodies one championship, just fucking raw, devastating, carnage, but skill, two men battling. It's beautiful to watch, and I love to get involved with it.
Yeah.
I loved.
There's obviously, obviously, Pech Moricott is the champion at your weight, right? You're going to get up and fuck him up
Well,
for me.
I've been
We need
thinking
some-
about him,
We
don't
need
worry.
some revenge,
Yeah, I think
mate.
about it on a
You
night
can
time.
take him down for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
I'm getting him,
That'd
mate.
be a fucking very, very good fight. Would you reckon that'd be the goal then? Maybe everything goes according to plan. Work your way towards him.
Well, to be fair, you mentioned that would be where I'd want to go. I know I've got this fight and stuff like that, but that would be if I get to that level, which I will.
Yeah.
I'm getting fit now. When I get to that level, sorry. That's the fight that I would like, but I want to. This is my main priority is this fight.
Yeah,
I want to look good in this fight. I want to feel good. I want to work out all my things, and then that's what I'm gonna keep going and going and going.
I'm trying to think. I'm sure Pech Moricott is. There's another Thai. Who's the other Thai who's just come into the one championship and they're looking to match him with? I forgot who it is. Because there's Superbon come in, City Chai's come in, but I'm not sure if they're both going into just going to be the kickboxing.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because in that 70 kilo kickboxing division on one championship, it's absolutely fucking ludicrous. Obviously, there's Petrosian, there's Superbon, there's City Chai, there's Gregorian, Enrico Kell just had a crazy fight, didn't he? So like they're all in that mix there. But obviously in the Muay Thai there's Pech. And I forgot who the other one was. There's another one just being signed, and I just can't remember. Who
But
it is
yeah, he's the guy I would like if I would train for. You know, the guy I'd like. You know, I'd respect to fight. You know, I'd really enjoy to share the ring with him.
Well, obviously, he's like the top dog at a. He put a beating on Yard. He's took down most fighters pretty easily in that.
Yeah.
If you look what he's done throughout his career, he's a fucking absolute beat Sanchai, beat Sexan, beat Pet Boonchu. Ran a mock on one championship, sparked me. He fucking, I think he's
big
very
giant.
Yeah, I think he's very underrated. Goes under radar as one of like he's a great 100%. He's a great, and he's still only mid-20s as well. I think if he's about 25, 26. So yeah, that would 100%. I'd love to see you fight him.
I like to get to that fitness.
Yeah.
That's where I'm aiming.
Schoolie, can you hear me?
Yo, I'm here.
Have we got these questions? Because there were quite a lot that have come in, so we're going to have quite a while talking about these.
Yes, we have. Give me 2 seconds. Just want to apologise for listeners. We did have some technical difficulties. Basically, we had too much going on. We had the screen on, extra windows, and it just completely slowed down the stream. So we're back now anyway.
Oh, we haven't just been talking over nothing, have we?
We're still on.
Yeah.
You've been talking, but every 5 minutes, the sound will just cut out for 10 seconds.
Right,
While
okay.
it caught itself up.
Right.
And then there's just a load of gimps in the comments like Malidi and Dan McGowan saying #sack Schoolie. Right, questions. Sorry.
I've already asked him the one championship question.
Yeah, if people are wondering why the TV's turned off, we had to turn it off because, like I said, the program was slowing down.
It's all right. There's also a job vacancy going now because Sully's getting sacked in the morning. So if anyone wants to come and work behind the scenes, hit me up.
Right, questions.
Where's your favourite colour?
We've seen Kev Harrison's question.
Yeah, sort me tyres.
Yeah. 225/45s. Plenty of meat on them.
Right. The Dark Lord 85 wants to know who we're fighting. We've already announced it. Do you want to announce it again?
Yeah, he's fighting Samuel and Duncher. George, you want to say a little bit about him?
Samuel and Duncher, former WMF champion from the Freedom Islands.
Reunion Islands.
Why am I calling Freedom Islands?
Right next to Madagascar.
Yeah, well, he's an exotic fighter. Tall guy. Usually fights at 74, but I'm fighting him at 71. And yeah, I'm going to punch each other. And then that's. We saw us. I was actually speaking to Andy about it earlier, and I didn't realise that Samuel actually fought a British fighter, Chris Addis, when Andy took a team of fighters to Reunion Island a few years ago, didn't he? And he holds a win over Chris Addis. Obviously, Chris was a good fighter, but you're 2, 3, 4 levels above Chris. So yeah, it should be. Should be a good fight. I'm excited to fight a taller fighter. You know, because I'm really working on weapons. You know, to fight to fight someone so rangy.
Yeah.
Taller fights. Yeah, it requires me to. I don't know.
I always prefer fighting taller fighters, because like when you swing up, you always hit him on chin. Like when you fight like shorter people, like Rodlick, I was punching his head. I couldn't hit him on chin clean. But taller fighters, it's like to swing up and whack him on chin. Yeah.
Nah, I like no. They always catch my kick. Taller fighters.
Yeah, that's why I only kick him in leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck kicking him in the body. But yeah, Samuel and Duncher is like we mentioned earlier in the podcast, we don't fucking do things by half. 70 fights, 55 wins, WPMF world champion, fought a lot of good ties.
Yeah.
I think I commentated on one of his fights, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. One at Yokkao in Italy.
Yeah, but against Apid Depth from Sitsompinong, was it? Yeah, that was a good fight. So obviously he'd been in there. You fought all best ties on planet. He's fought some decent ties himself. So like you say, we're not just like Richard and Brian Calderon just picked like some fucking mug for you to just come back and iron out, which is what you'll get a lot of people when they come back to the ring and on a local British show or something like that. They will just like have a walkover. We haven't done that, so.
Yes. Well, I won't want that because you know it's like mentally you're not there, are you?
And why would you put your body through what you're doing? Now, I'm watching how hard you're training. It's fucking ridiculous. Why would you do that to yourself for 8-9 weeks just to fucking iron someone out who's going to fall over? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, even
where's the moral victory in that?
If you're that much better than somebody and you've got to smash him, you know what I mean? To like beat him and all that. You know what I mean?
That's just bullying when he's like that.
You know what I mean? It's like Thai fight, mate.
Do you know what? I like to think that we could have a Thai fight over here, though. Just once a year. Where you get all worst fighters from Europe. And me, you, Agate, fucking Liam Nolan, all of them. We'll just iron them all out. Yeah. And we'll do like 2-on-1 fights and shit. And we'll just take them down, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Once a year, that'd be a good commodity. Like, just bring them all at fucking MEN Arena and something. And then we'll all top English boys fight all worst European boys just once a year. Just
knack load of malnutrition, underfed Europeans can't clinch. Yeah, definitely.
But just once a year because
can't we have a league?
Do you know what? I was speaking to me and you mentioned this the other day. A vet, like, listen, because Kate was telling me off the day going, you'll have to retire one day. And I went, I don't have to retire. I don't have to do shit. Because you were getting mad going, what are you going to do when you retire? I fear for your safety. I fear for your mental health. I said, so do I. But listen, I've got a plan, what me and Jordan have come up with.
We're going to live in Ocean Beach, right?
We don't have to retire because we're going to do a thing. 2 words. Veterans League. So we'll just get other like older fighters because if when I get to like 38, 39, if I don't want to retire, there must be some other like decent level fighters 38, 39 who also don't want to retire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Smith even mentioned it. Smithy mentioned to come back. Seen him back over there.
Yeah.
He's ready.
So I think Kevin Ross and JW John Wayne Parr, they've actually talked about putting this in because Kevin is 41. He's just retired last week, Kevin? And Wayne Parr's now 44. And I think they discussed the Veterans League, but there were like certain rules, like you're not allowed to train for the fight. you just got to turn up, singing your mouth. Fucking can of Kestrel.
Bill, you heart palpitation pill in your top pocket.
Whoever's on best medication. Well, I think that's what he said. He said, look, you can't train for fights. Like, you just got to turn up and just get in the ring and just move around a bit and fucking. But like,
you have a training secret all the time, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You'd have to do. You get in ring like
Yeah.
no, this guy can't. The only way to you go do the weigh in. You fail the weigh in if you've got too many muscles. This guy's got a 6-pack. He can't fight.
He's got a bingo wing.
Yeah,
this
like
guy.
Thailand where you're feeling same.
Hello.
Good, very strong. Same, very fat.
It's got to be back bingo wing.
Yeah.
No good.
But yeah, I think that's a sick idea, like a veterans league. So you could have like from say 38 to 42. And 42 to 46, and then over 46, you just like a free for all fucking crazy pensioners who just don't want to dust up. We should bring that to England. That's something to think about. Sorry, I don't know where the fuck I just came from. I'm just
we're
snowballing.
doing it, though.
Hey,
When we were out and we had a few beers, like Veterans League.
We're ideas, man. Thrive on the enthusiasm. Next question.
From Instagram, it's that guy D. Why was he called Quadzilla? Is it because of his humongous legs, or because he kicks like a horse?
I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah, well, I went to this. I did that TV show, didn't I? The Challenging Muay Thai.
oh yeah.
And they said, "Have you need a nickname?" And you used to call me Dog Hand, didn't you? They're like ridiculous dog hooves.
Did you tell him your name was
Yeah,
Dog
so
Hand?
my name's Dog Hand.
Jordan Dog Hand from England.
Especially Stephen Fox. I said, they only just call me Dog Hand in gym. So I said, no, we'll call you Quadzilla. That's better. And I'm like, sounds all right.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds all right, yeah. You got big legs. That's it. But they're not as big anymore.
If anyone, are they all on YouTube, them fights? 'Cause me and when I were over in Dubai with Jason Woodham, we were reminiscing, but he said you and him had some fucking good times on there.
Yeah, mate, we're class.
Yeah. Are they all on YouTube then?
Do you know what? Some of them are on YouTube, but they're on or AXN Asia or something.
Yeah.
You can only find a few episodes.
So if anyone don't know what that is, like Jordan was on like the Contender boxing version. They had a Muay Thai version called the Challenger, a big prize for the winner, and Jordan got right to the final of that. And if you can find these episodes anyway, they are fucking well worth a watch because there's just like all kinds of crazy different characters from all over the world. You've got Jay Woodham fighting about 15 weight categories.
Cedric Muller.
Yeah.
He were in it. He were funny as well.
Yeah.
Cedric Muller, he were class fighter.
You fought Cedric, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. You fought him twice. You fought him in Ireland, didn't you? And then you.
I know.
you fought him in Contender,
challenge.
The Samurai.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You had Jay Woodham fighting about 15 kilo lighter than everyone else. He just turned up like, oh shit, what am I doing? But he had most airtime, too funny as fuck.
We went to stay in like the house for like a couple of months, but we kept going out. We kept sneaking out, getting pissed in Kuala Lumpur. We had to like get past security and stuff. We were like had to run about 3 miles across some grass, past spotlights and shit, and then we go out to Kuala Lumpur, get pissed, and go back and go training. Sorry, that's not. I'm trying to be a role model. Yeah. But we were bored.
Yeah. If you can find these anywhere, they are definitely worth a watch. All the fights, I think, are on YouTube, but if you can find the full episodes, they're fucking brilliant. Because was Jabber in that one? When he was... No, that one before,
The one before.
When he was scrapping with David Paquette and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That were a good one. But yeah, if you can find them, the Challenger Asia, if you can find the full episodes, definitely worth a watch.
Challenger Muay Thai.
Yeah.
I think
School, next one.
Okay, Mike Egan 5 on Instagram. Who was the best Thai Jordan has fought, in his opinion?
Best or hardest? Because I know the best. Bloody hell. Well, best, but I fought Yokkao, and he's like,
Just to put it out there, you fought him in his prime.
Yeah,
he was about 24 years old, wasn't he?
I thought I had him as well.
You were about 24 years old.
Yeah.
Yokkao, well then he'd won the K1 Max twice. He was just coming off them. He wasn't like all old and fucking like he was 24 years old. A 24-year-old Yokkao is terrifying. Yeah. And you had a fucking right fight with him.
It was a good fight. First 3 rounds, I thought, yes, I've got him, but I was young and I was naive. You know, Thais have always got a little extra gear, and his maturity showed in that fight. And
you were only 20 yourself, weren't you?
Yeah. But his maturity showed, and it was a good fight. And he beat me in the later rounds.
He limped out of the ring though.
Yeah, he did.
I
take that. I'm like,
he came back. He came over to the corner. He went, my leg.
Yeah,
my leg. Yeah. That's a victory in itself.
Yeah, I went to sleep with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
But I reckon he was good. Sayok, he were good.
Again in his prime. We're not talking about the Zayok that is on Thai Fight now. We're talking about fucking young, hungry, terrifying
I think
Zayok.
the hardest war probably Ekpracha.
Yeah, horrible.
Just a big, disgusting monster munchman, wasn't he? Bloody hell.
We spoke about him on the previous podcast. He's the monster munchman. If you ever watched the first podcast we did with Jordan, he was terrifying, wasn't he?
He was just big and like strong, and I think I'd had like a big break as well. So I've gone back to Thailand. I think I trained for like a couple of months.
He didn't even make weight or anything though, which was disgraceful. But you got right mad and just went, it don't fucking matter.
That were a hard fight. Good, but it was like I felt his strength. You know what I mean? From round one.
Well, that were at 72 kilos, wasn't it? A little bit heavier than
he were a hard fight. I enjoyed fighting him. No, I didn't. I did. I enjoyed it at the end, but no, I think probably best Yokkao.
You've had some really good skill, like City Chai skill wise. He's obviously very good at.
I forgot about him.
And Kevin and other fighters, like he fought everyone. Where does Yod rank up there? Again, that was a prime Yod as well.
Yeah. Yod were good, but I felt like I don't know. I felt like the other Thais were better and not better than him, but it wasn't as hard a fight. Yeah. It was a hard fight, and he punched hard, and he knocked my tooth out.
He came back to the corner, and I went to take his gum shield out, and he went, don't do that. I went, why? I went, my teeth are in it.
Mate, they're ready to come out again. The wobbly is out.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Mate, they're rattling every time wind blows past me. They rattle like a shutter.
Fuck's sake. So, to the answer to that, what will be the best in Yokkao, you reckon? The prime Yokkao?
Probably.
Yeah.
Just probably Yokkao. Got me with a body shot, which fucking nearly ended my life.
Yeah.
And I felt that. Yokkao. But yeah.
Yeah, and the hardest Ekpracha.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, he was a fucking big scary guy. If anyone don't know who he was, Ekpracha Minayotin, put him in YouTube and go have a look at some of his fights. He was a fucking beast. Schoolie, next.
We have got Jake Mc14 on Instagram. How's he finding getting back into condition?
We touched on that a little bit earlier, but I just want to go through it again just in case anyone's just joining in.
Yeah, first week, hard as. Second week, started feeling good again. And then as I'm training every day, I'm just feeling improvements coming on. It feels nice, but you know what I mean. It's all gonna pay. It's what I'll perform on the day, innit? You know what I mean? It's all right, this training and stuff like that. But I'm train harder than ever. But performance is gonna be on the day, and that's where I'm gonna show.
Going back to what you said there about it all being on the day, it's so true. Like I was, someone was saying something to me in one of my seminars recently, and I said, oh yeah, we're overthinking it in the fight too much. I said, listen, in a fight, the worst thing a fighter can do is think. You shouldn't think in a fight. All your thinking's been done in a gym. In the fight, you're just reacting to what you've done in the gym. You should be reacting to what your opponent does, reacting to whatever goes on. Like, you shouldn't be thinking. As soon as you start thinking in a fight, that's when the panic will set in and you'll make a mistake and you get caught with something. Fighting is reacting, I think anyway.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I don't know the amount of energy you just thinking. And I know when I'm learning something new on pads, I sweat more than when I'm just, you know, going through the motions and stuff when my brain's turned on, which is but the dusty cogs turning.
Yeah. Well, when you're on the pads and it's stuff like that, you're just going bang, 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 bang. You sort of get used to like being in a rhythm like that, but then when you start learning and like you've got to do this new thing that's just gone into your head, it's like what you just said then. Like that's why sparring in our gym, it's so tiring because there's so many elite level guys. You're thinking all the time and you're thinking, if I do this, I'll make a mistake and I'll get caught with something. Yeah. When we just like, if we just like sit down in the middle of the ring and go have a little bit of a war, that's not as hard as when we're freaking playing the chess game to me.
100%.
Because I'm quite comfortable just sat swinging my arms around and stuff. I don't. So is Badger, and we've done it with each other 1,000 million times before. But when we both get into that mode where you're trying to trying to play the game and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what tires me out because you're not just in the comfort zone. You're out of it. You're thinking, what can I do? What should I do if I make a mistake? And like your brain's working.
Yeah, and every move is so valuable. You know, when you're just trying to get that 1 point. That's why a lot of ties are so good out there.
Exactly. Yeah. You said that earlier about Yokkao. Like that's when they've got this like other fucking level that you get to round 3 of a time, you think I'm gonna fucking win here. Some top level guy, and then in round 4 it's go get that little bit extra, and then all they do is like just a few subtle things where they'll slightly pull away and then you're chasing them. You're chasing them. Then.
The worst thing that's the worst thing you can do though, isn't it? You know when you're trying to hit somebody, you're always better when you're reacting off shots.
100%.
But as soon as you like as you see red, your eyes go like this, you go, and you start like swinging.
Get that weird deja vu thing.
Yeah.
The thing is you've never ever knocked anyone out when you've been trying. Well, I haven't.
No.
You always, whenever you knock someone out, it's like bang and they're gone and you're like, oh. I've never like thought, I'm going to knock him out now. Only thing that's ever happened there is I've just got really tired.
Yeah, because you're thinking about a punch out, and you fought too long already.
The fact
exactly. You thought about it, you're like, oh shit,
there you go.
Jabbed it first.
Exactly, and that's why you shouldn't think. Basically, just react. Don't ever think.
Yeah, no,
don't do it.
Overrated.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what the question was, but good answer.
Still about thinking.
Back conditioning.
Oh yeah, conditioning.
Just going back, who did you say your hardest fight was, Jordan?
I'd say Ekpacha. I think. You know what? They're all hard, but I think he was probably the one of physically demanding and grueling.
Yeah,
and like
I were in corner. We were in Thailand as well,
battle.
in his backyard.
Yeah.
And fucking, obviously, you'd only been in Thailand a few weeks. You'd had a big break and stuff as well, hadn't you?
Yeah,
so we've got our boy Dan McGowan in the comments. He was with Ekpacha today.
No worries. Is he over in Evolve, is he?
Yeah, and he was saying how good Jordan was.
Did he?
Said that he loved fighting him.
Yeah, man. Loved elbowing him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realise he was working at Evolve.
I don't know if he's working there, but obviously he was with Dan, so I'm guessing
if he's there, I'm
working, maybe visiting.
Got some good guys there, aren't there?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Is he still fighting or is he retired?
Oh, Ekpacha?
Yeah.
I think he's retired now.
Is he?
Yeah. He went to China and started knacking loads of Chinese people.
Yeah.
He did. With his big fucking size 18 flipper feet. When he fought Jordan, he got on scales and I look at his feet just all hung off at scale.
It was gripping him on it.
Yeah, he was like, remember Jeepers Creepers? Kind of thing with feet. That's what he was like.
There's a Mark Harrison in the comments. Don't know if you know him. Said he's clinched with Ekpacha before. He said felt like his head was stuck in a vice.
Yeah, he's a fucking seriously
strong,
big strong guy.
Right, next question. Life of Higgins on Instagram. What's the worst injury you've had in Muay Thai and how did it happen? P.S. Apart from your teeth.
Well, I lost my teeth and but I don't know. I remember I broke.
Oh, you broke your leg in a fight?
I fought Steve Moxon on Glory.
Yeah.
First round. I think I tried doing like a fucking flick kick to his nose, you know what I mean? And I've kicked him in his elbow. And I thought, ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
So I ended up kneeing for full fight, but I cracked it in round one. But it's adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah. You won that fight comfortably as well.
Yeah. And then as soon as I got out of the ring, I saw David Sarr first time I ever met him.
Yeah.
And my legs went. I just couldn't walk. And then my girlfriend was just like, we're off shopping tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll blow your entire purse.
We'll have to go watch Jersey Boys, and we're off shopping. All right. I'm like, yeah, sound. And then I'm like walking around London all day. That.
Oh, did you go walking around all day with it? Did you not go straight to hospital?
No, I didn't, mate. Fucking hell, it was Brock. And I'll carrying bags and shit. You know what I mean? I think my hand's probably the worst at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, hideous. Don't know what it is. Hideous hoof hand. Do you know what? To be fair, I haven't really that many bad injuries.
Well, a broken leg is pretty bad here because I mean you had that big fucking moon boot on for months, didn't you?
Yeah. But nothing. I've had. I don't think apart from my teeth, which I lost one. I like a bloody OAP at 22, didn't I? Like I was on heroin.
We still need to fucking dig that interview out that we were on about last podcast.
Every time he used to fall out, he used to boot him across the floor, didn't he?
Honestly, that interview when you've got no teeth.
No.
We're finding that, Schoolie, honestly.
I was trying to find it last night.
No, I've got the DVD at home. I'm going to give it to someone who can download that, honestly. And we're putting that on the Kickin' It page because it's fucking the best 30 or 40 seconds
I
ever.
don't know why I'd agree to that. You know when you're buzzing after a fight and you don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, usually, if your face is all fucked up, you say, no interview for this guy. But they're like, get Jordan on camera.
Like on Jeremy Kyle, didn't I?
Fucking hell. Yeah. What's the next question?
Okay. Alexander Morgs on Instagram. Number one, what does he think of the current top UK fighters in his weight class? And so I'll let you answer that question first.
In my way, it's the Scottish lad who's...
Yeah, Alex McGregor. There's Liam Nolan. Alex McGregor's he's gone under the radar. He's very underrated him. I've watched him. He beat Niall Brown. He's had a lot of good wins. He just beat Jack Cooper. Jack Cooper. He's fucking solid fighter. He's gone under the radar. Him.
There's some good fighters, but because there's not been much going on, I don't know how they're performing at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'd like to, but I know everything's starting to heat up again now, so I think it's going to start popping. In the 70 kilos, 72. It'd be nice to see. But Liam Nolan, I'm a scat man. Liam Nolan and Liam McGrandles, I think they're the ones that I'm liking and keeping my eye on at the moment.
Yeah. But I agree with you.
Great fighters.
Yeah, like you said, when we sparred with Liam when he came to the gym, and I did a bit of training with Liam Nolan as well, not long back. Two very good.
What will Liam like to train?
Very good, mate. I took him up pads and stuff. He was very good, very technical, balanced, good balance.
Got nice.
Kept his range well. Everything was just done really well. Like you said, the Nosey boys they're really good with that sort of stuff. Like him and Haggerty, with the teep and with the balance, and they've got good feet and stuff like
nice
that.
Style,
and, they can move forward and move back. And I see a lot of young fighters trying to replicate that now, which is good, but they are obviously two elite guys who've been working that style for a long time, and I've seen a lot of young fighters trying to replicate and bring it in. It just ain't working for them. Though you need to remember, like when Haggerty and Liam are doing it, this is something they've been trained to do their whole careers.
Yeah.
And they are fucking masters of it. And then you see him like, Haggerty will change his stance and do that big horrible teep. And then Liam does similar stuff from Southpaw and that. And they're masters at it. And I see other fighters trying it and it just don't work for them. And they keep trying it. But unless you've been like trained to do that, like these kids.
Well, they're not thinking about it, other them guys. They
exactly.
just come. Some will trigger something in their mind. They're not even going to think about it, and then just do it. They're on autopilot out there.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Exactly. Next question, mate.
And from the same guy, who would you like to fight on and on what promotions?
Ooh, Petch Moricott eventually when I'm fit and strong. I'd like to. Do you know what? It's got to be UK guys, because why would I aim abroad at the moment? If whoever's like at number one, or number two, top three, I want to prove myself in this fight, and if I'm worthy to fight and get my name back in the rankings, then whoever's there, yeah, but you know you've got to, aren't you? Like I had time out or number one, but I never really fought anybody in the UK for a long time. So and all these guys have been progressing. I've had 2 years out. I've still been training in secret.
Yeah, ninja style.
Yeah.
Have you fought in the MMA gloves before?
Never. No, never.
Nice.
So that'd be an interesting one to fight. But yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, man. Next.
So we got on Instagram again, Good Game Muay Thai. Question for Jordan. What's the plan for his return? Well, we've discussed that. Does he want to have another run at the top, possibly in one championship, or does he just want to see where this fight camp's taking? We've kind of covered a lot of this.
Well, I'm already on a buzz with this fight, so I'll get this one out of the way and then just keep going. Then that's it. Keep the focus.
Okay.
Next.
Instagram, show me how to party.
Yeah, goddamn right.
There's coffee in there.
Yeah.
If you're just starting out, should you start in K1 or Muay Thai? Does it matter?
Depends what your goal is.
Yeah.
If you want to be the best, stick to one thing.
But only thing about Thai boxing is you got to Thailand.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's an excuse to go to Thailand, isn't it? And once you're there,
K1, you've got to go to Holland.
Yeah,
just get napped by them all every day.
Yeah.
And they all just like have massive fights in gym every day.
Yeah.
And then you'll just come home with brain damage.
No play.
Yeah. At least if you go to Thailand, you'll get a good tan.
Yeah.
For a start.
Massage.
Yeah. Go to Phuket.
Yeah.
Smoke some weed and chill on beach.
100%.
Yeah. Have some cocktails if you don't want to train. No, don't listen. I'm joking, by the way. Don't listen to that.
Right, we've got some questions on the live coming through. Probably one for Liam. This Agent Smith, how good is Jordan's clinch game in general?
Very good. He's very, very strong. Like he's again, like, because he's obviously his nickname Quadzilla and his legs are so big and like you can't really move him anyway. His center of gravity is very, very good. He's very hard to off balance. He's hard to like land on anything clean on, and he's very fucking physically strong himself. I'm sure you'll see more of that in this upcoming fight, because he's been working a lot more on his strength and stuff now as well. So I think you'll see some new dimensions added to that. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of clinch at the moment. Clinch with gloves on. Clinch with Mateus.
Yeah,
he's a 9-foot giant.
Yeah,
so
95 kilos.
But I feel like I want to add to my clinch game, because if I end up fighting, because I'm back in Thai boxing now. Like when I was training K1, I'd be up close and I'd be throwing punches, instead of elbows and stuff like that. So my close game, I neglected that for a bit, but now I'm back on it. I'm enjoying it more, and I'm training clinch a lot.
Yeah, there you go. Next.
Do you, again, Agent Smith on YouTube, do you guys think in terms of style, pure power right kickers have a huge disadvantage, or does that matter much?
No, when you look at like huge kickers with a right leg, look at Jordan for a start. Look at like Singdam and Superlek and everyone from Kate Moonine Gym. They're all predominantly right-sided. Yeah. You don't see hardly any of them do anything with the left side. They will just kick you to fuck with the right side.
In Muay Thai, if you can score big body kicks, you.
And all them guys do is that right leg. Yeah. Like this Kate Moonine guys, unless you're a southpaw from that gym, they will. I've seen like obviously Jack Yokkao, Singdam, who's at Yokkao. Like I've seen how they pad work. They don't let you throw a left kick. It's just all right side. So I don't think you are at a disadvantage, no, because especially when you think about Muay Thai, there's orthodox and southpaw fighters. Your right kick will work well against both.
Yeah.
If you're got only good one left kick and you come against a southpaw, left kick versus southpaw doesn't really work. You
Yeah,
just get
yeah.
caught and thrown on the floor all the time.
I think the only thing that if you're predominantly just a right kicker, you might neglect your boxing a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done that in the past myself, where I've just been gung ho heavy, one shot, one kick. You know what I mean? So it's always good to work in your balance. Yeah, but I think you're right kicker, fucking hell, mate. If you've got a good right kick, what else do you need?
Yeah, you're going places.
Yeah.
Next. Go on.
Can you go and fight if the only training I have is shadow boxing?
It depends who you're going to fight. If we're talking about these malnourished Europeans that we were on about earlier, possibly. But if I just say, just fight your own shadow, mate. If that's all you're doing, just don't try anything else.
I don't know whether he's trolling us or not. And he's wrote, like, a lot of shadow boxing.
I'm definitely trolling. I do all the shadow boxing.
We've got a comment from Les Radaby.
Oh God, here we go.
I've got to read out to Jordan. Does Jordan still eat curry in the dark, or does he put the lights on now?
No, it's tradition, isn't it? You eat curry in the dark. Curry in the dark. Yeah, Friday night, curry in the dark, little candle in corner, stand my own, couple of chapatis.
Oh, I wish we could get Les Radaby Goff's antics up from what he did at the weekend, because obviously we're England, Scotland on Friday. He pretends to be Scottish, does Les? So he went down with all the Scottish crew. I'd love to be able to get like a camera on him and just play that on his screen.
I'd like to watch what Les is up to just through the day, like a camera on him.
Him and Alson.
Alson should have his own show, shouldn't he?
100%.
Follow him round.
If anyone's going to have their own show, it's going to be that guy. Next.
What advice would you give to short fighters? Don't really know how you can answer that one, boys. But
well, seeing as I'm only about 5'2", let me take that one. It depends what type of advice you're after. You work a lot on your footwork and closing the distance and range and stuff. You can't just be like walking straight forward. It's got to be little subtle angle changes and stuff like that, which is what I find works best against taller fighters. If you just walk straight forward at a tall fighter, you're walking to knees, you're walking to elbows. You've got to be very, very subtle angle changes just to make them have to reset themselves a little bit. And power shots, hard leg kicks, hard body shots, they all seem to work against taller fighters and stuff like that. I've done it most of my career, and it's done me all right for me.
Yep, that's it for questions, lads.
Right. Well, that was a solid hour. We hope fucking everyone has enjoyed us being back. Like I said, we'll look to getting more guests on. I'll get on here and hunt them down, and we will bring back with a podcast. Mate, massive thank you for coming on and sharing with us your plans and everything like that. Good luck in your fight. We'll keep you all informed with the Yokkao lineup on Instagram. Follow Brian Calder, follow Yokkao. If you want to see the latest like upcoming fights and stuff like that, it's going to be a massive card. So fingers crossed the government don't anally rape us and fuck it all up. But it's looking promising now. So yeah, mate, thank you for coming on. I hope everyone did enjoy the stream. We'll be back soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.